Good morning and welcome back to Roasted Studios. If you guys aren't familiar with this story, the man in the red shirt is Pastor T.D. McNutt at the Transformation Empowerment Worship Center in South Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida. The gentleman in the middle is the stepson, and then the mother is wearing the pink sweater. Anyways, somebody allegedly waited on hold for an hour today to talk to CPS and make yet another CPS call regarding this video that dropped. So this individual with the red t-shirt allegedly, and I have to say allegedly, even though this did happen, but allegedly he was already arrested for child abuse with this in particular child. Now, the school is the one that found physical evidence of child abuse regarding this child. This child pleaded for the school not to call the pastor, and we can imagine why, right? Because he doesn't want to get hurt again. So, but they ended up, investigating, and he ended up going to jail for child abuse. Now, what happened is he turned around, this pastor, and he did like an hour video with the mother, the son, and he made the son basically recant everything that was said in regards to these child abuse allegations. He made him apologize over and over again. He took this as an opportunity to humiliate this child, constantly pointing at him, pointing at his head, had his arm around him pretty much the whole entire time, which is intimidating. This is harassing the victim. After the perpetrator was already arrested for abuse, now he wants to clean up that image, can't take accountability, his ego's in the way. So now we have to blame our victim, and let's just acknowledge, because this wasn't acknowledged the whole video, how miserable the child was during this video, and having to put up with two different adults that possibly have personality disorders who are allowing abuse to happen because that's what they think is okay, and that's what they think is normal and acceptable, even though it's extremely dangerous. The pastor had even mentioned in this video at some point that this boy is looking up pew-pews at school online. That's not going to be completely unheard of coming from a child that's going through abuse, and also emotional and psychological abuse, where they have to then apologize for the fact that they're being abused and that other people are sticking up for them, and that they didn't even want the abuser, to get in trouble because they knew it was going to lead to them getting in trouble again. Henceforth, here we got this interview. Very interesting situation here. And the pastor also in this video alluded to the police backing up child abuse by saying the son runs away to get in the house. If the son runs away, you can get him in the house by any means necessary. That's what the pastor was saying. I don't think that's true, not by any means necessary, but he's trying to make it seem like even the police are backing him up. And if that was the case, he wouldn't have been arrested for child abuse first time around. So I guess that's just another big lie. And also running away is an indicator of child abuse again. Kids who get abused, sometimes they are too afraid to leave, and sometimes they're too afraid to stay and they have to run away. So that leads back to child abuse as well. The pastor said the only thing he's guilty of is love. I don't agree with that, respectfully disagree, because abuse is never love. And child abuse is never love. And making the victim lie about you abusing them is not love either. And using intimidation and bullying tactics while mocking and bullying the victim during this video as well, yeah, that's not love either. It's just 1 hour of embarrassing while trying to cover up and clean up an image, while the mother does nothing to help support her son, does nothing to help end this abuse for her son. She's also complicit with this abuse and with the abuser. Let me see here. What else can I tell you guys about this case? Oh, he wants to paint the son as the worst person in the whole world, even though in this whole interview, he's extremely poised, respectful, kind. He takes ownership. He takes ownership where he doesn't even need to take ownership. That's how much of a gentleman and a young man the person in the middle is. Okay, the gentleman in the red shirt can't even do that, and he's the adult in the situation. And also, the pastor hides behind religion to make it seem like he's a good person, which is religious hypocrisy. Because every 2 seconds, he says, "Glory be it to God." So he'll tell a lie, and then he'll say, "Glory be it to God." He'll wrap it up with a nice package, religious package for you guys to believe the BS. Okay, so that's another problem with this person. This is very damning for this child's self-esteem. They need to know that they have adults that are going to do the right thing and tell the truth and stick up for them and not be the ones hurting them and then lying on top of it to harm them further, and then also put them down to the point where they're now blaming the child for their natural, valid behaviors from being mistreated, and we're now using those as excuses to now abuse the child, which is not okay either. And in my opinion, this interview is a direct indicator that not only will child abuse happen again, but it's being covered up and it's being validated as something that's okay and a good thing. Let me see. Yeah, I would say this is a well-behaved young man deserving of love and respect. And maybe that's why a CPS call got made again, because people don't want to see this child get abused again. And they don't want to see you hiding behind being a pastor and the fact that you're doing it and allowing it to happen, allegedly. Okay, so please hit the like button. Please share this. Please like and subscribe.